Hey. Welcome back to Chronicles of the Curvaceous. You know we fabulous and tenacious. We dropping faith-based weight loss motivation. Hey y'all, hey. It's Queen Fitness here. It's been a minute, I know. But sitting here in my car. It's Salivation Saturday. So y'all know what we do on Salivation Saturday, right? It's been a minute since we had one, but I know you haven't forgot. This was my favorite things that happened on the channel, Salivation Saturday, right? We would get together on Saturday, me and my sister, and we would find something to eat and sit down and chit chat and catch up with you guys. So today I decided to do a little content for you guys. I'm sitting in my car, eating my, I guess you want to call it brunch, because it ain't breakfast time no more and it ain't quite lunch. So eating my brunch and getting ready to go into the gym. I already blessed my food, guys. You know how I do. This is a faith-based channel, right? It is a faith-based channel. Oh, okay. Yeah, but I've already blessed my food. But sitting here, I got one of my favorites. Y'all know, if you've been following the channel for a while, you know one of my favorite Saturday morning go-to is the Crystal Scrambler. I don't get a chance to get over there very often, and really, truthfully, since I've been on my Semaglutide journey, I have not really been doing a whole lot of grits, and I just been kind of like doing eggs and a lot of more higher protein breakfast. So, trying to kind of stay away from the carbs, but I had to run it back because it's Salivation Saturday. But and if you know me, you know I really ain't too big of a fan of eating on camera. But hey, it is what it is. Foundation has been laid, and this is how we do. And I'm not the creator. I'm just the manager, and I can't fill her shoes, but I am trying to keep her legacy alive. Rest in peace, Queen Fabulosity. We love you and we miss you dearly. But anyway, so y'all, I just want to do a quick life update. Let y'all know what's going on with me. And if you know, you already know. This is Joe in this cup. It is what it is. And I made that before I left the house because I'm not a real fan of restaurant coffee. I like to make my own because I like my coffee to taste a certain way. If you're a Joe drinker, you're a Joe drinker. But anyway, so like back to my life update. So at the beginning of the year, I made a decision. I started just really thinking about, my journey, and thinking about, hitting and missing, and, starting and stopping, and, 15 pounds here, lost 20 pounds gained, and, all this yo-yo dieting and all that stuff. So, to make a long story short, I made a decision and I consulted a professional. So since January, I have been working with the Metabolic Research Center, and I have been on Semaglutide. For those of you who may not know what Semaglutide is an injectable weight loss medicine that is compounded in a pharmacy. Some brand names is Wegovy, and it is another form of Ozempic. But with the weight loss, they add a B peptide to it to help with your energy level. So it is a little tweak to the Ozempic formulation. So at this point, I've been a little over. I'm going into week 5 of semaglutide, and I'm down 14 pounds, and I'm back into my size 12, which I'm super excited about. But I really I'm doing it for the weight loss, but I also am doing it for the benefit of helping me get my A1C under control and reverse the diabetes diagnosis. I am doing a whole lot better as far as my nutrition is concerned and my mental health. I am in a much more healthier place, and I'm truly grateful for that. I have been being consistent with my workouts. Like I said, I'm sitting outside of the gym right now. As soon as I get through eating my breakfast and chit chatting with you guys, I'm gonna go in and get my workout in. My primary focus this year, I started out focusing on strength training, but I wasn't seeing as much results with the scales as I desired to see. So I kind of shifted the narrative and started making cardio my primary focus and backing it up with a little strength training, because I am my objective is to change the structure of my body. So I definitely want to develop my muscles in certain areas so that the shape of my body can change. I'm really not so much geared. I mean, the scale is a benefit, but it ain't my primary focus. My primary focus is being healthier, and I know one of the main things that I have to target is this belly fat. I really don't want to be taking on major risk with in the future with stuff like heart disease and things like that. That's one of the reasons why, like I said, getting a lot of cardio in, and I'm making sure that my heart is getting the adequate blood flow and getting what it needs. I am super excited. I am working on behind the scenes right now. I already have a tentative date for this year's Health and Wellness Fair, second annual Health and Wellness Fair. Go Chronicles of the Curvaceous. Woo woo, we ready. Our next Health and Wellness Fair is supposed to be May 6th, and if anything changes, I will definitely let you guys know. We are going to be back at the same location. It's going to be at my church. And of course, you know, this is a faith-based organization, but we're not going to be all about, it's not going to be, you know, just geared around just trying to push the gospel on people. It's going to be about, you know, protecting and taking care of your temple and dealing with, you know, taking on challenges like health diseases like diabetes and high blood pressure, and actually, you know, finding personal strategies to actually combat those things, and getting up and being more active and being proactive about your own personal health and wellness, you know. And this year, I have decided, I put a poll out there to try to see if they would prefer having a adult field day or a obstacle course, and the consensus was the obstacle course. So this year's Health and Wellness Fair will have a obstacle course in it, and so we're gonna have of course, you know, different speakers that are going to come, and they're going to share their testimony, share their products and things of that nature. And then we're going to also, you know, do things like blood pressure checks and go over some lab work and things of that nature, so that you can understand what you're looking at when you look at your lab work from your physician. A lot of times, you know, people just get a piece of paper from their doctor, but if you said to them, this is a CMP or a CBC or a lipid panel or A1C, those words mean nothing to them because they don't understand what the tests are looking for. So we're going to, you know, dive into looking at those numbers and seeing how, you know, you can, so when you go back to your primary care physician and you get a copy of your own labs, you could be able to see and understand where you stand. And you know, you guys, about 2 years ago, my sister and I, we did on a private weight loss group, we did a live, and the live was called Know Your Numbers. And in that video, we discussed the importance of, you know, what your numbers are. You know, we talked about We talked about your weight. We talked about your BMI. We talked about your blood pressure. We talked about all your lab values and what those numbers mean and what kind of picture it paints for the doctor. You know, the vital signs and why they take your vital signs every time that you go to a doctor, and get a baseline of where your blood pressure is and where your weight is and all that stuff. So if you are a female and you are a part of the private weight loss group, I highly recommend that you go back and watch that live in the archives. If you are a female and you're not a part of the private support group, hey sis, we would love for you to come connect with us on Facebook and let us support you on your journey. Chronicles of the Curvaceous is our objective here on Chronicles of the Curvaceous is to inspire and to motivate people to get up and take their lives back. For me, when I started my journey in 2014, I was like a fish out of water. I had absolutely no idea what to do or where to start, or, you know, all I knew was I just had a reality check by being pointed out that I was obese at the time, and that the task that I was doing should have been easy for me, but it wasn't. And it was not only was it a daunting physical task, but it was, when my eyes came open, it was a daunting emotional gut check, you know, when I came to the understanding that, hey, you have really neglected yourself to a point that something that you should have been able to easily do is a major struggle for you, and it shouldn't be that way. You know, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know that Chronicles of the Curvaceous started out as a personal video diary that my sister Asia, who founded the page, used to kind of hold herself accountable on her first initial weight loss. It wasn't her first weight loss journey, but it was on a weight loss journey. She was preparing for a birthday, and her goal was to try to lose 20 pounds by her birthday. And so she came up with the idea of recording herself and talking about her feelings and talking about the process of losing the weight, so that she could get herself to her goal for her birthday. And ultimately it evolved from that one birthday weight loss challenge to a personal lifelong goal of trying to become get down to a size 12. Unfortunately, like I said, she passed away in 2021, and she never in a natural obtained that goal. But I truly believe, you know, that God has given her a glorified body now, and that goal is not even of relevance or importance. But at this point, you know, I'm sitting here now, and she used to always tell me, she'll say to me, you know, that I was her goals because I was actually walking in and wearing the size that she was desiring to get to. And because, I don't know, maybe because I was already there, maybe it really didn't really register to me. It didn't really sink in. But y'all, this year, at the beginning of the year, you know, I was just striving. I'm like, I just want to get back down to my size 12. I just want to, and I can say now, hey, I'm sitting here right now in this moment at my size 12. You know, ultimately, that is not my final destination, but that was a short-term goal of mine to get back into my size 12 jeans. If you watch the try-on haul that I did, and I think it was in 2021, we recorded the try-on haul after the Sister Slim Down Challenge. For those of you who have been following this channel for a while, you know, in 2020 we started out the year with a Slim Down Challenge, and after the Sister Slim Down Challenge, we to kind of basically commemorate and celebrate the progress, I did I did a shopping experience, and I did recorded myself getting into my new jeans and being able to, just celebrate the fact that, hey, I could walk in the store and have to buy plus size anymore. I could walk in the store and any store and pick up a size 12 and know with confidence that when I came home that they were going to fit. They didn't have to be stretched jeans. They were just a size 12. And it was just like, okay, a major milestone for me because I had reached that place. Well, just like I know, in the midst of all that, in the last couple of years, life has had, we all have been rocked and hit in some form of way. And so after my sister passed away, I went through I just shut down when it came down to weight loss. Last year was a bust for me, y'all. I really didn't want to engage in any type of activities like that. I try to push myself to try to get up and do those things, but for me, I went to the gym. I actually walked inside of the plug. If you know the channel, you know what that means. That's Planet Fitness. That's what we call the plug. But I actually went inside of the plug maybe 2 times last year, and I think that was probably because for me, that was me and my sister thing. Together, we went into the gym. We got early bird specials on a regular basis, and we had done it consistently for a couple of years. And so for me to show up at our spot alone was a major hurdle for me. And so I just was like, I worked out at home, but I didn't really give it. I just didn't really give it. I just didn't really have it in me, y'all. I had to go through that. I had to shut down for a minute. I had to get my heart back right. I had to, find my why again and reestablish my progress. So, Vado for me last year in October, video every day. If you are a true follower of this channel, then video every day in October. You can look forward to that on this channel. Now, I ain't give y'all the whole 30 days of last October, but I gave it a good effort, a genuine effort to try to create good content and be consistent and show up for you guys. So Vado for me was a breath of fresh air. I had never done Vado. I had done a few appearances on the Vados, but I had never done a Vado by myself. And so for me to say, hey, I know how much Vado meant to my sister. I know how much this channel means to her. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna try to make the best of this Vado. And so Vado for me was that path out of that dark place. So I got up and I tried to consistently work out. I tried to be, more intentional about my food and everything like that. And so Vado was a good groundbreaker for my process and my change. But if you know anything about weight loss and you know anything about being that this is not a new journey for me, I started my journey since 2014, and so I get a good rhythm going. I drop a couple of pounds. I feel good about myself, and then something happens psychologically, and then I just kind of check out of it, and then I find myself starting back over, and I find myself, trying to weed through the rubbish and start over again. So since 2017, I've been kind of like up and down on my journey. So this year, I said, well, I tried to go at it alone last year and tried to continue to do the things that my sister and I did, that we did together. But for me, I guess it was harder because I'm so used to just following her lead on things. And so it didn't really pan out the way that I desired for it to pan out last year. So I decided this year that I would do some research and try to find me some help. Try to find me somebody that's going to hold me accountable and somebody's going to, just keep me engaged in my own journey. And I know that the workout is going to be my responsibility. I know the nutrition is going to be my responsibility. But sometimes on this journey, you just need a sounding board. You just need somebody to just kind of give you some insight and things of that nature. So what I did, I I looked around, and believe it or not, before my sister passed away, she had found the Metabolic Research Center herself. She had found the place, and she had went for a consultation, and they had given her, the different options for the plans and the programs and things of that nature. And at that time, for her financially, it just was not feasible. So she never actually signed up with them. So I remember her conversation. I remembered our conversation about the Metabolic Research Center. So I decided to look them up. I looked them up, and in December, I went for my free consultation, and I had gotten the insight from her. And when I sat down and I had a conversation with her, and she was like, honey, we need to do something for you, and she was just like, you really need to get a hold of your excessive working hours, your poor eating habits. We just really just dived in, and she just really did an analysis, and we talked about it. And when I first heard her say to me, that you are 83 pounds overweight, you need to lose 83 pounds. For me, it was like that first initial gut check that I got back in 2014. But it wasn't crushing. It was, yeah, you're right, and it's real. And so for me, it really helped me to just open my eyes to the fact that I needed change. So then I sat down and I had a conversation, and my husband and I, we talked it over and everything, and ultimately we made the decision together that I would actually participate in this program. So the investment is what it is. An investment. It definitely the price tag and everything like that, it has to be something that you're willing to sacrifice and willing to do to be able to do it. So I committed to a 12-week program. Well, it's 17 weeks. I committed to a 17-week program, and I made up in my mind that I'm going to give this a valiant effort. And so she gave me my projected weight loss, and she gave me, they gave me a diet plan, and I ordered the medications and the protein shakes that I'm required to drink on the journey and everything, and I started it. And so for me, like I said, like about 6 weeks in, and mentally I am in a much better place. In my energy level, oh my God, my energy level is so much better. Yeah, it's so amazing how much the difference 15 14 15 pounds, depending on what I've consumed for the day or whatever, that what a difference that makes on your joints, what a difference it makes on your breathing, what a difference it makes on your energy level. Like, man, I feel like I could just conquer the world because my energy level is so much better, and my stamina is so much better. And now, like, I'm just in this thing for real. And I wanted to pop on and just share with you guys and just encourage you to not be afraid to take a different path. Maybe your old path ain't the one for you no more. Maybe it worked for you in that last season, but it might be time for you to go a different route. And going a different route, it ain't nothing wrong with it. It ain't nothing wrong with that, and it ain't nothing wrong with you choosing you. Y'all, I'm telling you, I done showed up, and I've been faithful for so many other people, and I've been sacrificial for other people, and I've done above and beyond for other people. And in this season in my life, I made up in my mind that I'm gonna go just as hard for me as I have for them. I'm not saying that I'm not gonna go hard for people anymore, but I'm just saying that I'm gonna put myself in a rotation. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. If you don't show up for you and you don't be there for you, you don't do what's necessary for you, you cannot have what it takes to continue to be able to pour into other people. So I'm learning, I'm listening. My husband was telling me, like, your feelings matter. What you need matter, and it's like, I guess sometimes you should know that, but it don't automatically just, like, because I'm the type of person that just love hard, and because I'm the type of person that'll give you my last and won't even have no regrets about giving it to you. I'm the type of person that will go above and beyond and then get back up and go again for somebody else, because that's just the nature. That's just the heart that God gave me. Sometimes it's painful. Sometimes I wish I could not be that person, because it just don't always be reciprocated. But at the same time, I remind myself that everything that you do, you have to do it as unto God. And you cannot do something for somebody else with strings attached and with obligations and expecting and demanding from them what you were able to give. Some people just don't have it in them to give. Some people just don't even have the foundation laid in their life to understand the significance of giving to that capacity. So extend to them grace, extend to them compassion, and maybe you might be the one who open up their eyes to see. And even if it ain't, that doesn't mean that your reward is not gonna come. Our reward, God gonna reward us much greater than man could ever reward us. So we can't put that kind of tax and burden on a person, and you expect for them and require from them and all that stuff, when in actuality you did what you did because the Lord led you to do it. And if he led you to do it, that means he's giving you the capacity and the capability of doing it. You just have to stop relying on your own strength and keep trusting God to guide you in the midst of the process. So y'all, I didn't even realize how much time had passed since I jumped on the camera. Maybe it's because I missed you guys so much. Maybe it's because I just finally had the time to just really sit down and just really just pour out my heart to you guys. And hopefully it'll find you in a place, and it'll encourage you in that place, and it'll inspire you to keep striving to your next place. So if I had to leave you with some few words of inspiration and few words of encouragement, or some few words to for you to feast on this week, it would be like I said, go as hard for you as you have for other people. You are truly, truly worth the sacrifice, and you deserve every seed that you have sown to be able to produce a great harvest in your life. Be patient. Be patient with you. Extend the same amount of grace that you extend to other people to yourselves. And continue to show up every day for you. Show up for you in the kitchen. Show up for you in the gym. Show up for you on your job. Show up for you in your family. Wherever you are, be there. Wherever you are. Live in the moment. Be right there. Don't miss. Don't go on autopilot and miss your own life. Don't do that. Don't be so caught up and so chasing and so consumed with the things that's going on around you that you miss the very, very valuable things in your present, in your life, in your heart, in your family. No, just be involved and do your part. Like I said, you keep showing up for you every day, and in the end, you're going to reap a great harvest. Your reward going to be worth it. If it's the Lord's will, I see you tomorrow. But in the meantime, I want you to embrace and enjoy your journey. Goodbye for now. Peace.